tried to.
I was mad you didn't park in my parking lot.
This conference will now be recorded.
I thought about it, but I thought, well, I didn't ask.
We'll start this meeting off with the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I saw that when I walked back. Of course, I left right when the battle started.
I thought that might have been your truck. I didn't
It was,
yeah.
He knows he can park there and drive over whatever he wants to anytime.
I pulled in there the other day and I was looking around. I said, neighbors were out there and they said, well, just park over here. I said, okay.
We're here, July 6th, County Commission meeting, 12:30. Commissioner Mueller is not going to be here today. He will be gone. So we'll start off with public comments, see if we have any. We have no public in the meeting room.
I've got no public online.
And we have no public online as of now. So if you do want to make a comment, put it in the chat box where we can see it or something, and we'll address it. If it's a worthy, please put your name and name and where you live in there too. Thank you. We're going to close the public comments and go to the agenda approval. So I think, is that all under administrative, your additions, or you have some agenda items to approve?
I think all of mine can be under administrative.
Okay.
I might. That'll
Okay.
be fine.
There is an issue that Commissioner Crowfoot sent pictures of our transfer station over the weekend holiday and people. And I don't know, we don't need to maybe put it on the agenda, but I think I will, just to discuss it and see. I wouldn't want to be the employee that comes, and I wouldn't, I think we need some other equipment down there too, so.
We have a transfer station on the agenda.
Yeah, if that's under Josh, so maybe we can, yeah, we'll address it then, so that'll be part of it, sure. So anybody else got any agenda items to add? Okay. How about the county council? Does he have any agenda items to add?
We've got an agenda item.
Well, I know that, but do you have any other things? No? Okay. And is that, would you like that first, or?
Yeah, preferably.
Okay. Okay, so we will probably go right into executive session for probably how long?
We can do it probably 20 minutes is gonna need.
Okay.
And I have one thing to add to yours.
Okay, under that same topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll accept the agenda as is, and we'll go right on into executive session. With, Bryce, do you need Tina there too then? I mean Bryce.
Brad. Like just for 5 minutes, and then you can kick me out, or you can invite me in for the last 5 minutes. I don't care.
Either way.
So.
Okay. Alrighty. Who's gonna kick her out?
Better invite her in the last five.
The last five?
So we're gonna have to kick her out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss matters of litigation pursuant to KSA 75-4319B for consultation with our attorney, matters in a deemed privilege under attorney-client privilege. And this will be with the board and Brad for the first 15 minutes, and we'll invite Tina in for the last 5 minutes of our 20-minute session to join us in the last 5. That will be from 12:37 to 12:57.
Second.
Have a second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
4-0.
Okay, back at 12:57.
And we'll sound the bear horn for the sound the bear horn for you to come back in the last 5. executive session, there is no decisions. We're gonna move on to the agenda. And next up on the agenda is Road and Bridge. And Bryce had to be off today for personal reasons today. And so he has provided a report to us, and I think we'll take the time to look over it. If there's any anything here that we need to take action on, why we'll bring it up and talk about it. And right off the get-go, I see one. I think we need to.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I think this probably is going to require some lengthy discussion. I'd like to have Bryce
Present.
and also a representative of Coughlin Company.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to make that as a motion.
Stan, we would like to have, we have a change order for the Nighthawk project, and we'd like to have Bryce and associate with
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Hello, Mr. Donald. A representative from Coughlin.
Well, it'd be nice to have that. We also have that, one of the breakdowns from engineer Steve Collins. Well, he is Coughlin. He's from Coughlin.
Okay.
So
I
it'd be, I don't know if he would be available by Zoom.
Okay.
If we could have Bryce
Yes.
and Steve Collins available to
Right.
go over this.
I wholeheartedly agree with this, so we can find out what the bottom line here is.
Yeah.
And while you're talking about that, you know, we sort of threw in another little quarter to half mile of road from 330th down to whatever street comes out of Tampa
Right.
to redo. I would like to discuss a half a mile where Peabody and the county has a 50-50 cost share. And that's from the old Highway 50, 9th Street, down to where it ends on Peabody Street there, going by the Coneberg, going on down through there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to be able to just, haven't said a word to the city of Peabody yet, but I'd like to take it to them, to their council meeting, and see if they're interested in a cost share project on doing that half, us doing some, and the 50-50 deal for that 3/8 mile or half a mile, whatever it is.
Is that from Main Street to?
No, from Highway 50, the old Highway 50, past the Coneberg, going down past the nursing home. and
Oh,
then
that, okay.
And then it stops down there.
You're going on further south.
Goes behind the park is what it
Yeah,
does.
okay, now I'm straight.
But I'd like to address the city of Peabody and see if they would be willing to step up, and then we step up and get it done in the same token, because it's a road that we maintain. Joan just drove it there, so. It's got a few holes in it, but it's something that I think is maybe a long-term, and then have Bryce take a quick look at it and see if there's anything. It's like Bryce wants to take the trees out, and we did have permission from one landowner to take the trees out on the west side when there wasn't a crop, but we didn't get that done this last winter. So that's just something that I've been working on a little bit, but just saying.
Would it go all the way back and connect down to, what is that?
It goes clear to 60th, but I'm
Because
just,
that's back out too.
60th is, yes, and that's some of the project. That would connect everything, but maybe the city's interested in doing the whole thing, I don't know, but that would be something that we would have to look at then if it's a 50-50
But
cost.
we've always maintained it.
50-50. When anything's done, chip seal or anything is 50-50 on that.
We just bill them for their half.
Yes, yeah. So, that's just a suggestion. When I was wanting to bring it up last week, and I probably forgot it last week, and then I see here we do have
I was down there this weekend. That half of the street is Peabody Street, and that half is Nighthawk.
yeah, that's about the way it is too. And so, if the commission up here would give me permission to visit the board, and we could even have another member go with me too, I don't have a problem with that. But, visit and see if the city of Peabody's interested in it. I don't know, I mean, just ask.
If they're already mobilized and
That's what I said, they're gonna be
working
there.
there,
They're gonna be there.
It's worth inquiring about.
Yeah, and then maybe it'd be done for quite a while, and we would never have to worry about it again, so. How about if I just visit this council and see if I get a positive response, I'll get on their agenda, and for this item, and just that road only, and we'll go from there, and I'll bring it back to you, okay?
Fair enough.
But, I think it's a good thing to visit the whole project here and see just exactly why we are having maybe an increase.
So when are they starting on Nighthawk?
Do what?
Are they starting on Nighthawk Road?
No, I don't know where they're charging. All we've heard is 3/30th.
3:30 is where they started, 12th.
Yeah.
July 12th.
That was the date last I
3:30.
heard.
Yes, that's the last one we heard.
Then when will they be done on Nighthawk then?
Well, it's gonna take a little while to get that done up there.
Days or weeks?
Weeks. Weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't wanna hold them up on this.
No, it's when they're down there, that, for the job there, it would only be a matter of a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I would think to
beforehand.
grind it, yes. Maybe not a full day, I don't know. So, anyway, we'll start that. Anything else in his report? I haven't looked through the whole thing, but,
I just think we need some clarification on.
okay.
We probably each need to have a copy of the original contract. Probably got it somewhere.
You know, I don't know, you got a ranking on here as far as structure critical
Yeah.
bridges.
Yep.
And I've been down to visit one on 190th. East of K-15, and it is washing out. Yeah.
We've been flooded
It
twice.
probably needs to be either just canceled or something. It's a dirt road. It doesn't,
It's dirt.
yeah, it's dirt.
And that's on fracture critical, one of
Well,
these.
I would think it would be, but I don't see it on the list here.
Okay.
It could be number 4. since I'm
Could be
not
number
seeing-
4.
Right?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be number 1, I don't know. Maybe it's not a bridge at all, maybe it's just one of them box culverts or something, but it's.
I'd say if Bryce wants to have if we need to have a special meeting on this.
Half mile
then
east
We probably
of-
need to.
K-15.
Okay. So you think we need to put it on the agenda, or just discussion first? How about give us
We need to
the
see
rest of
if-
the commissioners take a look at it?
It's probably fracture critical of it.
Yeah, I don't know, where it ranks, I just know it's bad shape.
So, what would you say? A, B, would it be 2 miles from the line, or a mile from the line, county line?
We'll be getting one of those bridge reports again pretty soon.
He said he just
did.
had one.
They just did it not too long ago.
2.5,
didn't they?
3.
Okay.
Took
I'll
the
let him
last
take a
road.
jaunt down there.
Bryce has it. I don't know if he knows that you're all supposed to have a copy.
Yeah,
so-
because I can remember the last time they did the inspection, we had a report on each bridge of the
Yes.
county.
Right, I
Yes.
made a note, last meeting to get that, and to have him provide that to all of you, but
Okay. Yeah,
I
that-
haven't talked to him about it yet.
I mean, it's kinda nice just to have it once in a while to refer back on, somebody will say something about a bridge, you can at least go back to it and say,
Yes.
oh, yeah, it's in good shape.
Well,
Okay.
something else you're talking, I mean, as you're talking about road and bridge and needing to have them here, you also, if you'll remember, I think Scott wanted you to come up with a plan of what roads you wanted to budget for. So that would require a special meeting probably this week if you want to discuss it before he comes next week on Monday, so.
Either have to be Thursday or Friday. I'm out tomorrow,
Friday probably the best for me.
Friday. I'm assuming they'd be able to make a meeting Friday, I'm assuming.
Well, Bryce is gonna have to
Do you have a-
contact that engineer, see if he can get him on, depending on where he's at, probably out of state, but he can do Zoom.
Yeah. Tell me we want to plan it for Friday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Just ask them.
If you can get
Okay.
things lined out, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, aside from Bryce's report, I do have the invoice and the pay request, which is for the first batch of materials on that, for the chip seal materials on that project. The Nighthawk project. I think you have a copy of it in your, at the back of
In
your
the packet.
stuff.
Yeah, I saw some.
But I've got the official signed one. Or maybe you don't, sorry. But the handwritten highlighted number on the right side is what what the invoice is for. It's that 136,568.63. And then, yeah, you have a copy of the application, but Randy has the
Yeah.
signed one.
I think it's been delivered out here on different spots. I know that
Yeah, I
there's a
think
pile
we-
out there on 140th and Bonnie, no, Nighthawk, 140th Nighthawk. Pile of it there. There's a heck of a pile of people, but I don't know whether that's the contractor or whether that's ours. Can't tell you which that is. I can show you the water line around it too.
I think we probably need to go ahead and take care of that.
Yep.
I'll make a motion,
Okay.
go ahead and approve the invoice amount of 136,568.63 for our chip seal materials on our rebuild, Nighthawk and 330th rebuild.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4. One place, Tina.
Yes, just the one place.
Did we ever come out and
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I was thinking her.
So you were talking about through road and bridge things.
Yes,
so.
okay. And that's it for you?
Well, I haven't
On
done
that?
mine yet.
Okay, okay. Just, I thought, well, let's find out here.
I switched administrative with
Yep.
legal, so that, because Brad needs to leave. So administrative's like later.
Way down there, okay. 1:15. I think Josh is outside. I'll move in with Josh. Come on in. This would be how, Josh? Transfer station and his other job that he's got. Josh, the floor is yours. You just tell us which field you'd like to start in first.
We're gonna start on the transfer station.
Okay.
The tires that we have, all the tires, built up that we can't get cut. Called the company, and there's a company that will come pick them up as is. They charge $190 a ton. They'll pick them up, they recycle them, reuse them for the play equipment, benches, and all that. I just wanna see if that would be okay to go with that route for now to kinda get caught back up on that.
Not enough labor to cut them.
I ain't got enough people to do it.
So it's not the machine, it's.
It's just people right now.
Okay, while you're discussing that, are you expecting anything in the near future of shortage of more people?
Yes, one, he is gonna retire in August.
Okay, just hadn't formally handed in or anything,
Mhm.
that's, that's what we can
Yep.
expect.
Yep.
So,
How many tons do you think you have? I mean, no way, that's okay. Never
I'm
mind.
not.
could there be 5 tons there?
Maybe 5 to 10, right in that range. I'd give a good range, about 25 and 10 ton there.
10 tons, 2,000?
About $2,000.
Some city people have been complaining about the tires, which I don't why, because they're contained, but I've had a
No,
couple.
water doesn't get into them.
Well, water
Yeah.
won't get into them.
So,
You know,
mosquito problem.
Mosquito problem be.
I'm gonna tell you, the last 2 weeks down in Peabody, mosquitoes just went nuts. I mean, with the flood and too, it just seemed like they just,
Yeah,
they're swarming.
we thought we weren't gonna have so many this year.
They're big this year.
Yeah, like you said, they're on.
Size of 50-cent piece.
They're on steroids this year.
Could, I don't know, just thinking outside the box, could we contract with somebody to come in and cut them up for us? Of course, you know, that's finding labor again, I understand that.
Okay, how safe is the machine? I haven't run this one since it's the new one.
Does it take a lot of instruction?
I've yet to run it, but I've seen it. They have to stand behind. It's one. You gotta have one hand on a button and then one hand to run the lever. It's not like, you know, you can reach in and grab the lever and then be out away from it. So it's.
But your hands are not in the way of getting in a cut.
No, there's a little cage that you gotta stand behind and hit 2 levers.
We create a whole new problem though if we have independent contractors using county equipment. It creates a set of liabilities that.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can have contract labor.
Yeah.
What about
I mean, contract labor to run that.
what about county
Get
employee?
into that.
A county employee that, you know, say a road and bridge guy or something, want to earn some extra money.
We don't pay cash overtime, we only pay comp time.
It's a problem there. That's a lot.
Yeah, I
I
know
mean,
that, I'm just trying to.
For the amount of money that it's gonna be to just have them hold off, that's
It's
probably
probably
the
more
least
pragmatic to do that.
complicated.
You know, $190 a ton times 10.
$1,900 there.
And
I don't-
It gets caught back up and.
We gotta get rid of them.
So,
Do I hear a motion in order to
Three
go that
people,
way, or
two.
do I hear any other suggestions?
Somebody else would do.
2 right
Do we
now.
need to-
Amanda,
And Shannon, but Amanda is on Finwall.
He hasn't said that.
and then
Price not to exceed.
Randy,
Who?
Randy,
And, yeah.
that's
Do
where
we have to load them?
Huh?
Do we have to load them?
No, they come in with the trailer and they have their own deal. They pick it up, they put it in their trailer and they haul it off.
It's clean. Would need the vendor name, and then, are you fairly confident it's 10 or less? So if we do a not to exceed price of, you know, like 19 or 2,000?
We can
I would
do-
leave, I'd wanna leave it open so we get it all cleaned up at once. Not
If there happens to be more than 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 11 ton, I don't want it to come back.
Yeah. I
Just leave a
understand.
ton there.
Yeah, I would trust Josh to
We
make
could
the.
probably get by with the motion just saying $190 a ton for the amount that are sitting there at this time. I guess we can get away with
Okay,
that.
I'm thinking ahead down the box here. Yeah, you go spend that now, summer goes by, and here comes another 10 ton, we still ain't got help. It is our responsibility to take them,
Mhm.
but pretty soon you spend, I don't know, just keep it.
It's
especially somebody brings-
kind of like recycling, you know, we're not making any money on recycling, we're losing money. But we're responsible to take it.
Yeah.
I would be in favor of doing it one time, but I could see where these other places, I know of one, they have theirs picked up right now. Why wouldn't it be a good deal for them just to load them up and haul it here and let us pay for it?
Yeah.
And I know of a stack in Peabody that's,
Yeah.
you know, just waiting for something like this.
but,
That's why,
I guess I'd be more along the lines of can't, this one time,
Okay.
I get too much feedback on, pull up to the transfer station and people are sitting in the shack. And now you guys are paying to haul off tires, and we're just gonna hear about it, and they cannot be sitting in that shack.
Mhm.
There's some other discussion about the way we operate, but, okay, why not, let's make them pay for themselves. If it's gonna cost us a ton to haul, or $200 a ton, I don't know what a tire weighs.
Depends on the tire.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is there a certain size that we start paying a little more for. And I just brought some 20 in, or 15 or 20 myself in here 3-4 months ago. And I'm just getting it, you know, there are tire's a tire until you get to a tractor tire. Do we move it up? I think it was $2 when I went in.
Yes,
I think it was $2 a
$2.
tire. And so what I'm getting at is, do you go to $5 a tire?
And people won't bring them in, they throw them in the ditch.
Well,
Well, but you go get a new set of tires on your car, you're
Pay
paying
for
2
Yeah.
or 3.
yeah,
Two,
yes,
yes,
Depends on where you
yes,
go.
correct.
For disposal.
They
And that,
paid 5 or 10.
and that goes on the other foot too. We don't wind up with so many and then go ahead, well, it's cheaper to have, you know, some people will keep the tire knowing that they can take it to the county for
Yeah.
a cheaper price.
That's
Then
what,
then
yeah.
take care of it right there at the tire shop.
Right.
So if your price is either equal to or a little higher, then they'll opt to just leave it there rather than deal with it.
Or do what Dave says, throw it out on the table.
Well,
Some people would, but that's just.
It might be a wash.
Yeah, you never know, yeah. I don't know, that's something we can go ahead and take care of the one item, but I just want you to think whether we need to start addressing tire cost.
I would make the motion that we clean up the tires that we have for $190 a ton. You know, haul them off and load them with no county help.
Okay. Have a motion on the floor by Dave Crowfoot to go to $190 a ton to have the tires hauled off that we have now. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Jonah. Any discussion? No discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0. Keep that other in mind. Are we still, keep it going, I'll let you got the
Yep.
list, if it's still on.
The extended time that we have for the morning and the afternoon, we'll sit down, kind of looked at it, figured it out, we average about 2 people a day. Is that something go on, could we just take it back to 8 to 4 and
Do we have those hours posted anywhere for the
I-
public to know that when you're open?
there's a lot that called and talked, but I had a sign made, and I don't know if those guys got it up or not.
Is it on the website? Because I think it's just, I don't know that that's ever been posted,
I
because
can't-
we
should
never
be on-
got
should be on
the
our
information
website.
of what days and times you're open.
I
with
can't
those extended
remember
hours.
if it was on the website or not.
Sorry, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to interject,
No,
I was
no,
just
no,
I
curious,
think that's
because
really
if the
good.
public doesn't know, it's not really fair to measure how many
Mhm.
people are coming during those
We
times.
need to utilize our website for everything we can.
But if we don't have the manpower right now to do that, then.
That's
then-
true.
Then what do you do?
Are you actually operating anything in those extended hours, or are you just having the doors
Have
open?
somebody there.
He's got one person there by themselves.
So,
But you've only got 2 workers?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got? Josh is driving a truck all the time, so Josh is doing all the truck driving. And I think you've even been leaving a little early to get down there and get back.
Yeah, I leave about 6, I get there 6:30, and I
Yeah.
get things ready so I can get on 7 or earlier, and
Mhm.
down and back. I got 2 loads, at least I'm back by noon, and we have the weed department open and the HHW working there, but
Okay, so you're actually 3 workers short. You got maybe 1 or 2 transfer, you got 1 in the weed, so, you know, we got some shortages here of workers in this department. And I think even though like what you said, Tina, it's not publicized, and I agree that's a fair deal. But you gotta do what your help can do.
Right.
And in my opinion, so if nothing else, I'd move till we go back to 8 to 4 and till we get some help and get qualified to run it for the extended time. But I'm just asking, that's my opinion. I'm asking for other opinions.
Can we-
That wasn't a motion?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not gonna make that motion.
Oh, I thought you did.
Can we
I'm
make
sorry.
that, start date like in a week so we can have time to get that on the website?
And
I don't think it's ever been changed on the
Yeah,
website,
we
so I
can-
don't think that's necessarily
Oh,
an issue.
okay, has ever been changed?
I think it needs to be publicized before we make any
motions.
decisions. We need to have it publicized what the hours of operations are
What they are on there.
They're publicized at the old hours, I think, before
At the
you,
level that you're going back to.
Right.
They have not changed.
I don't think there's been publicized.
That's gonna take a motion
Of
to
anything
change
else.
it.
But they, you know, I've seen people there after hours, before hours, and then we have pictures now of that's not even good enough.
Well, and this was weekend stuff. Dave sent a picture of what it looked like Sunday afternoon, and
I shared it with him.
I mean,
Told him to have a good Tuesday morning.
yeah, they're just backing up there and filling. My problem with this is that we don't have the fence around it, what the dude's talking about. We can't close it in unless we do something different and more cost. Originally, the contractor, or the engineer even had that fence sort of drawn out at one time to come clear down to where it tied into the ramp, clear down to there.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened to that. We got a lot of telephone poles out there too to go, that fence would have to go around. But, man, we gotta stop this. I mean, I don't wanna be your men coming after holiday weekend, and this is just what they started doing. And I know what they wanna do is wanna take that tractor right around, push it up there, squeeze it, because they're not the physical people that's gonna get out and just throw this in, or.
They didn't get that cleaned up. I did that before I even done anything this morning.
Well, and thank you, and if you didn't use the tractor, why, thank you
I
again.
used it, but I didn't use it to pick it up. I just used it to throw it in the bucket
Okay.
and then scoop into the bucket. It
Cool.
was never used to pick it up. So.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stop that.
But there's gonna be more of it if you shorten your hours.
There's just
Yeah.
one or two people
The-
that come down with that bag.
Yeah.
It's retired people bringing one bag of trash in at 5 o'clock.
And if you set a building,
Isn't
if
that
you
right?
set the dumpster outside like we used to do,
They'll fill it
outside of the
full.
fence, they'll fill it full and plumb over, and you still have this problem. And now, Josh, I haven't seen it open, but it has been open a few times. More of the second door has been, like today.
And
It was
is
closed
posted on
this
the
morning.
website From
And
7 to 5:30.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
so
We're up to date.
I seen two guys sitting waiting while one guy was using the stall.
Mhm.
And that's another problem that we need to hammer out a little bit, but that's a tough one too.
We've got stuff stacked on that south wall there.
Behind
As
the
a-
door?
Behind that door is a storage, trying to, that way, cause if they put everything in, they was getting, some days there'd be 3 loads for me a day. They're moving some of the bigger stuff off to the side, that way we still have the trailer room, and then it keeps me over there too for now. They're supposed to be, once in a while, they'll throw stuff in on it and try to keep it down, but.
Okay. So there's a reason why that south door's
Yes,
not
sir.
open?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, then that brings us to the point of when we're gonna go hire a truck driver and get, or do we?
We didn't get any bids for a contract.
Too short of their own.
Can it I wonder if a per load, if we could contract out per load for a driver, like any of these trucking companies would bid in just for, put a driver, well, we'd have to furnish the truck, they'd have to furnish the truck too, I guess, maybe, because just what you said a while ago,
Mhm.
we can't hire a guy unless it be at our wages and employed. I'm just trying to think of some reason why somebody could come in hooked to a trailer. We had that we had a contract there with Robinson.
Right, and we did bid it that way with, they would just be hooking to our trailer,
Yeah.
but they'd have their
Provide
own
the
rig.
truck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a little different
And-
circumstance.
The problem is, man, it's just not trucks or people out there.
Yeah, trucking shortage.
I mean, our freight has slowed down by
Yeah.
2 or 3 days
Yeah.
of receiving stuff.
I agree with you.
We used to be able to get 2 days from Dallas, and now we're getting a week, we're happier than hell.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean,
understand that.
there's just no trucks.
Yeah.
Well, there's trucks, there's no drivers.
Yeah.
Isn't there any 18-year-old kid that just wants to come to work?
That's the problem, is
Good
they
luck.
dropped all the CDL programs in the high schools.
Yeah.
Much
I
of
can't come out of high
two you
school,
had
just go
down
to
to
it.
last
I
week.
don't know if you can get a CDL 18.
You
can't
can,
at 18.
but you gotta get the high schools back involved with teaching.
I mean, because
Yeah,
Bryce doesn't
I'd
want
love
to
to
be.
have a job for the
Mhm.
summer. Uh, Well,
Maybe we should start coordinating with the high schools a little bit better about, some training, something like that kind of stuff. At least have the kids for the summer or something.
We could pay for their CDL course.
Sure. What is it, a couple days? I mean, for the kind of CDL they need for this,
No.
more now.
I don't know,
Okay,
something
Josh.
about entertain. We'll talk to Max.
I don't know, has anybody got a final solution for it?
Everybody's shorthanded everywhere I go.
Gotta get some people trained.
It's posted on the webpage, it's 7 to 5:30 right now.
Okay.
I think maybe we'll look something.
No.
Took a while to
Even
get there, but
equipment,
I
right?
did find it.
Mhm.
Okay, so the question was whether we can go back to 8 to 4.
Yeah.
We'll get some
What if they went to
kickback, but-
5, what does that do? You
You
lose-
just got one person manning the shop till 8,
Till 9.
till 9.
Till 9, and then from 9, then that other
And then
one
you
leaves
got
at
2.
3:30. Then that other one's there till 5:30.
And your point being, if we change something, if you don't want to do it because it's on the website and you'd like to stay with the website, whatever it is, I think what you said was.
I think we need to make sure that this here I think the reason why we talked about doing this in the beginning was because we were getting people stacking stuff up because
Yeah.
they'd show up after work and no way to dump off.
Yeah.
So we'd just be going back and opening that door again.
It used to be that they just filled the dumpster and then just threw everything around the sides of the dumpster.
Well, what about from 8 to 5:30? So that way people that work till 5 could dump the trash after work.
What about putting the dumpster out again? I mean, if they'll throw it in.
I don't wanna put that
You
dumpster
don't
back
want
there.
that? Okay. I just
And
thought it
that's-
may
that's
be
more
easier
of a-
to dump that than pick it up off the ground.
It's more of a headache that way than it
Is it?
is, right?
It was-
you know.
Okay.
There
was
has
two
been
dumpsters.
there has been a good suggestion though, that I've heard and I like it, but still it would be inside of our fence to help this problem of going up the steep incline and everything, is we put a dumpster back inside our fence somewhere that only seniors could use, to where they didn't have to go up to that hole in the door up there. They could go throw it in that dumpster. Now that's been a suggestion. I'm not gonna say it's
But
the
you
best.
you have to throw it up to get in the dumpster.
Well, yeah, that's
I'm
true
sorry.
too. Yeah, you're right, Dave.
Dumpster would lift.
But,
It's easier to put it in
It's
the
either-
window.
well, okay.
It is for me at least.
Yeah, well, so, but that was just a suggestion. I thought
He
it
was
sounded.
just talking about people having to walk on uneven ground.
Ground and driving up there and stuff like that. That was the
Personal
problem.
safety, I guess.
Yeah, personal safety and things, so. Because the difference between ours and the McPherson landfill is the drive up, where we don't have a level spot around, level enough for cars to pull up and double up even, and take a bag over and walk it in. And then we've got the ramp right there, where that was all on the other end of the building in McPherson. So we're a little different than that. It's not working just as smooth as what we thought it would in our thought.
Plus their gatehouse is out by the road and you gotta drive clear back in through the scale to get back to the facility.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can't be pulling these shenanigans.
yeah. Well, that's why I said the gatehouse out by the road would stop some of it. If they left it out there with cameras, then you'd have to make signs, say, if you're caught dumping trash here, you will be subject to a fine, if it's on camera.
Maybe we ought to have cameras up anyway, shouldn't we?
Oh, I think the whole thing needs to be
I
camera.
mean, we need 2 cameras in front of that building.
At least you could maybe identify who's doing it.
Because you got Wi-Fi there, don't you?
Yeah, I think we've got one camera inside, but it's a hard wire into the monitor. And we can add.
All we have to do is put a router in.
Yeah, and make it.
It'd be cheaper than putting a wire in.
Well, I think the whole system needs to be monitored, so you could just go back and it's on tape for so many days or whatever. and you can
Just put a
check-
sign up.
Yeah,
Surveillance, 24-hour surveillance.
yes,
Don't dump it, it's not open.
yeah. That's
I mean,
signs.
we don't have any
cameras.
help, so we gotta have some technology to do it.
Yeah,
What would it take, 2 cameras, one?
Yeah, one on each.
And around
Most systems, most basic systems come with 4.
yeah.
4, okay.
Yeah. And I think you can put some in now. Well, we're not helping Josh.
No.
We're trying, Josh. We're
Yeah.
not helping you.
What if we did the hours from 8 to 5 instead of 8 to 4? I mean, and add a little bit on the end of the day. I mean,
But
what's that do?
still, you're working somebody extra time, and I think that's what Josh is bringing in.
You're not actually working extra time, you're just, they're by themselves.
Are they switching time or working extra time?
They're overlapping.
One comes in early,
Okay.
he stays, does his 8 hours, the other one comes in late, stays till 5:30.
Okay,
So you're not actually having overtime, you're just having
yeah, yeah.
overlapping shifts.
Because OSHA's not OSHA approved, that one person there.
If they're not doing anything except open their doors.
I don't know, we could change it,
They're running
we could change
schedule.
it till 4 with the explanation that temporary labor shortage. We can get people hired, we can always go back.
Yeah.
I mean, how many would you need to hire? 2 more to get it back to where we could do that?
Yeah. If I can get some applications.
I know one is, it just doesn't seem possible now.
Well, wait a minute, you're gonna need 2 before very long, because the one's gonna
Sure,
retire,
that's what I
so you're
mean.
gonna need 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then a
Need
truck
2 or
driver.
3.
Yeah, actually 3 is where you're
Mhm.
almost looking for, but finding a truck driver is gonna be, that road and bridge employee never did come back and say anything. He wanted to switch over, more money probably.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, okay.
Want him in a workout.
I think he liked what he's doing, and we just,
Yeah,
so. that's
well,
okay.
put it in the paper again, just keep it in the paper,
Mhm.
take an application. Is it in there every week already?
I think I've missed this one, getting it back in, but I have it run every 2 weeks.
What
No,
do
let's
we,
run it every week.
what do we have for that position as far as pay wise?
I don't have that here.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a few that we had that we would start at 16, but, you know, with the new pay plan, I need to find out what the starting pay is on everything. Cause did it go up with the starting pay, with the new pay plan?
Well, it depends on the positions, and I don't have the answer
Yeah,
as far as
that's-
your positions at this point,
That's
like,
fine.
right now in this meeting.
I mean, you'd want that to run it. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't usually put the pay in there, but.
Yeah, it needs to.
I just
Hopefully
think
it's
we need to
enticing.
just go ahead and do it on a temporary basis and note it that way on the website that it's, our hours now are temporary until positions are filled. At least people will know, hey, we can't help it.
Rick, did you make that a motion?
I will.
Okay,
Make
you
a
have a
motion to
motion?
go back to the regular hours temporarily until the positions are filled. At that time, we'll go back to the extended hour.
I will second that. I have a motion by Kent, second by me, for go back to regular hours until we get some more help hired. We're shortage of help right now, and it's gonna get shorter 30 days from now. Tentatively, not necessarily, but just tentatively. So we have a motion and a second, and I'll ask for a vote here. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Unanimous, 4-0.
And just to be clear, the regular hours are, is it 8 to 4:30 or?
Yeah, your regular hours are 8 to 4:30, but the south doors are from 7 to 5:30.
What the?
But we're not doing that now.
No, it'll be regular
So it's
8 to
8 to
4.
4:30
Yeah.
on the weekdays and 8 to 12
Yep.
on Saturday.
Can I ask for a clerical and temporary?
Yes.
Right,
What is temporary?
until we fill the positions that are needed, which is gonna be probably at least 2.
That might be forever.
wouldn't even mention that. Temporary hire change.
I'd like to have it noted on the website as temporary.
When would we start this 8 to 4?
So they can get it on the
4:30,
website
8 to
this week.
4:30,
Or
right?
8 to 4?
Okay, so the regular hours were
Either
not.
the
till
12th or the
4:30.
19th, which would the commission like to start it on? In order to give them a chance to
I
get.
mean, with the 12th work, is that too short a
Get it,
time?
if they can get on the website this week.
Kind of make a cardboard sign.
We'll try for the 12th.
A temporary sign.
See if you get it changed to the website.
Well, we can, it's no problem to change the website.
Okay. See if you get that changed, make it the 12th, we'll start then. Is there anything you've got in mind, Josh, for truck driving? I mean,
I've been thinking about that. I think I do have one application that came in Friday, and I was so busy Friday, I didn't get up to see it.
okay,
So it's still in my box.
okay,
So maybe, hopefully.
okay. I don't know if you change the pay higher than 16, it should be published at that so that there would be more applicants maybe come. I don't know.
Well, you guys set the pay for that one guy at 16, but that's not, that was only for
That
one
was-
person.
That was because of
We never adjusted.
qualifications.
And
that-
so
the line.
the pay scale itself wasn't adjusted, so.
Well,
Yeah, that was a one-time.
That's-
I don't think money will help.
That's why I was
I
asking.
just
them.
not people, I mean, can't
Okay.
you pay? I mean, leave the money off of it and let people apply and tell us what they want.
okay,
That-
but he can't make that decision. That's
He doesn't have any bargaining chip. though.
Yeah, that's what I'm,
Yeah, but then that can come,
yeah.
You can call a special meeting, do as I can,
Okay.
and
Just
Good.
calls.
do a phone call. You get one that hot, you know. I mean, it's tough out there.
the specific, protocol is outlined
Yeah.
in the new pay plan, so.
This specific job, the truck driver
The
job?
specific protocol for bringing someone in at higher than the starting wage for the
Oh.
position.
But we're
so.
kind of in the pandemic mode, if you wanna,
So what I'm saying is,
Yeah, I know.
there's flexibility to do something different. Above a certain level, it has to come here,
Okay, right.
so.
But how is that protocol? What I'm saying is it just discussion of commission members, or is it anything else we'd have to do to go higher than what the pay plan says?
You would
You
have
have to
to
act on it.
do an official action,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I don't, like I said, I don't know what the wages are, like right here and now. I didn't know you were gonna
Right.
be discussing
Right,
it.
right, but I'm just thinking that Dave says maybe money's not the thing, it's people,
have
but
you
I
seen
think
it?
it's money.
The big billboard container services put up over Hillsborough?
Yeah.
They got a big, full-size billboard advertising for help.
Yeah.
And they got bigger ads than Josh in the paper every week. What's that cost you, $50 a week?
It's
Probably
like
more than
full-
that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think it's around 60
Which is-
or something.
Yeah, that's-
I think it's $64.
Have you tried on Facebook? I mean,
Or is
put
it the
a
equivalent?
blurb on there?
Not
Are
really.
you, are you a Facebook person?
I
I don't
do
wanna
too, but
answer
not
without
much
actually
on
looking
it.
at everything.
That's, well, we've had the best luck is putting that, a blurb on Facebook will get
Well,
applicants.
Facebook's good, I'm not gonna say it's not for trying.
It's got a county Facebook.
It's
Do
free.
it, yeah.
Post that stuff on there.
Does
Let
anybody
people look
take
at
care
it.
of Facebook?
Yeah.
You?
Well,
Sorry.
Well,
That was fine.
I think we could try it. Tina wants to do that for us. I think I just wanna keep the hunt going for truck drivers, is what I'm looking for, to help this man free up so he can do the rest of the job and help men elsewhere too.
And if you guys wanna talk about wages on that, we can bring that. I mean, I can bring information in. I just don't wanna go into it blind without
Yeah.
being able to answer anything for
Correct.
you, without looking at the pay plan, procedures, and the pay scale, salary schedule.
And if you introduce somebody that's that way, get me involved too, so I can at least know where you're at, Josh.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, we don't wanna let somebody walk over 50 cents.
Yeah.
Or even a dollar.
Yeah. Yeah, right, that's sort of where we're at, so.
Okay.
See where we're at. Keep going, you're still on this?
That's all I had that I wanted to,
Okay.
So I just want to clarify the hours, because the previous hours were 8 to 4:30, right?
8 to 4, because the guys have always clocked in, was at 7:45 to 4:15.
Okay.
And the floor, they opened up at 8 to 4.
Oh, okay.
So they don't take a lunch break at all?
Yeah, they take their lunch break, it should be your 8.5 hour total from 7:40, or 7:45 to 4:15.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Their hours are extended, just the hours of doors are, they closed, yeah.
We got 15 minutes to get ready and shut down.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Josh.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Okay. Health Department, Deidre, she's right out there, ready to run in here.
Yeah, ready to run.
And things are going good with that, huh?
Yeah,
Good.
pretty good. Okay, I'd first like to enter into executive session to talk about personnel performance, I guess,
Personnel performance, for how long?
for 10 minutes. And if Tina wants to stay,
Okay.
that's,
For 10 minutes.
Yeah, then yes,
Yeah,
adjourn the
we
meeting.
gotta
first.
say it and take a vote first.
Okay.
You can stand and bolt the door.
yeah.
I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss personnel performance pursuant to KSA 75-4319B for personnel matters of non-elected personnel. You did say 15 minutes?
10 minutes.
10.
10 minutes, for 10 minutes with the board, Deidre and Tina. That's my motion.
Second, resume at 1:56.
Yeah, 246, 247?
I'll look at the computer.
146.
Oh, 146, yeah, 147.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at that clock
Yeah.
up there. 147 to
157.
157, yeah. All those in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 5-0. Now you can shut her.
4-0.
4-0. Yeah, we don't have the fifth guy.
Just 1 second here.
I think it'd be here in spirit.
Yeah.
How's he doing, cutting weeds?
Took his mother.
His wife. Oh, or his mother, yeah. Deidre, it's your turn.
Just
His
1 second.
camera's still on.
Okay.
Haven't yet, so I was gonna bring that up.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, out of executive session, I'd move that we make a one-time pay adjustment out of the ELC grant to 4 different, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people. First one will be Deidre for an hour. This is for the extra time worked, correct?
Right,
For
for an approximate,
a what? Approximately, for $7,435. For Wanda, $465, Jessica, $465, Marcy, $465, and Dr. Hodson, $465. That's my motion.
Second.
Second, by Kent. All those in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This is same thing we did in 2020 for extra time work too, out of the same grant for 2020. This is for 2021. Okay. Up to you again, Deidre.
And I just wanted to report, right now, we have 1 active case, no hospitalizations, no Delta virus variants identified in the county so far. When I checked last, all the surrounding counties, but I believe Morris and maybe Chase didn't have one, but that was last weekend. The health department would like to start charging an administration fee for COVID vaccine August 1st. That would be a $20 fee. It's billable to like Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's billable to Medicare. So what are your thoughts or suggestions? Of course, we won't turn anyone down for inability to pay like any of our
I was gonna
services.
bring that up, because Wichita's already starting, Sedgwick County's already starting to say, okay, if you didn't take advantage of all this free time we have, now they're starting to charge, so I think we ought to just stay in tune with something like that.
I would ask them, what happens if this second virus
Variant.
that comes in and starts hitting hard? I mean,
What
We gotta
what
back
we
it off
could
there.
do is if we, like how we do other clinics, if we hold like a flood clinic, you know, we go out and we get vaccine and we take it to a clinic. Now, we couldn't not charge within our office unless we did something like a Saturday clinic, something out of the norm, and call it a clinic. Like we could do a one-time come, you know, get it.
Otherwise, you're gonna start getting some people from, because you're allowed to give it anywhere in Kansas, as long as you're a
Right.
resident of Kansas, so a bunch of people down there are like, well, I'm not gonna get charged, I'm gonna go to the lake for the weekend and not get charged.
yeah,
And I know like Reno
Maybe it's
County has been
economic
charging from
development.
the get-go,
yeah.
so.
Okay, so do I hear just more or less that's what we need to do then? Is everybody in
Yeah, I
agreement
think
with
so.
that? Okay.
So that'll start August 1st, because that way if we, or do you want to start it sooner? We thought that August 1st, maybe we could post it everywhere and
See if we can
get some people in if they want
That
to.
would take care of the preschool people thinking about school in July, so
Yeah,
you wanna get your
Do we
kid.
need to have a motion to?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that, I think we need to. Effective August 1st, Marion County will start charging for COVID vaccinations, administrative charge for COVID vaccinations, and it will be how much?
it'll be $20. That's what
$20.
we charge for any
Okay.
administration.
So, we would like to see, get a hold of the health department and get you some vaccinations before the 1st of August, if you feel that that's what needs to be done, but after that, there will be a charge for that, so that's my motion.
Second.
Second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0.
Okay, I received a phone call from Mark from the Hillsborough Community Hospital, and he asked us if we wanted to join St. Luke and the hospital in coming up with a float for the county fair. And I guess the theme is heard, and so we were gonna try to come up with something clever. He's gonna try and get a fifth wheel trailer from someplace in one of the trailer factories in Hillsborough. And in conversing, brainstorming with him, we thought maybe, do you know of any county vehicle? And even if they had their emblem on it and they drove it through, that has a fifth wheel.
I don't think either, I should ask Josh, I don't think either one of those two pickups has a fifth wheel, does
But I
anybody?
think Randy's got a plug in the back of that pickup.
A fifth wheel or is it gooseneck?
Well, I don't know what he's gonna come up with.
It's two different attachments.
Oh, that's right.
It is.
One's a
Oh.
flip plate,
Oh,
and
yeah,
the other
that-
one's a ball on the bed.
Well, I'm gonna meet with Mark.
I think Randy's got, like, be football in the bed probably.
Yeah, so gooseneck.
I'm gonna meet with Mark tomorrow and St. Luke about, the community health assessment. So I can ask him what type of truck we need, who should I get a hold of? I mean, or do you want to? He thought he could get a truck probably from either Midway or Hillsborough Ford, but I thought that might be, if one department had, that would be some
It'd be
good
nice to have Frank
PR.
County on it.
Yeah. The duty's capable.
Yeah, if the EMS or
If it has it,
emergency management
I don't-
truck will work.
I don't know if it has it yet.
I mean, it's got some kind of a round
Some of them, yeah.
Well, but
female
he-
attachment in the back of the bed.
Okay, maybe it's set up.
Okay, and he might want to haul the trailer with that with that truck, like his
Oh,
command trailer.
his own
I don't
truck.
know if he's planning
Yeah.
to put
That
that
would-
through, but,
You have to coordinate with him, I guess.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he's got another truck that can hold the command trailer. That dually's,
Duly set up.
that's heavy duty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get with him then, and we still have TDAPs left for flood. Anybody who helped in the flood or worked in the flood, just call the health department, we'll schedule you. Wanda went to Peabody thinking that we might have a couple, but one didn't have transportation, their transportation flooded, so she went there and administered a shot. We're working with, a minister to bring someone for the shot. She's been to Gossel once, and it was on her way home, so she didn't take extra vaccine. And when she was there, a couple people requested, so she's gonna go on her way home tonight and deliver to Gossel.
Okay.
So, so we're trying to make it, if you know of people who need the tetanus still and transportation's an issue, we don't want that to
I don't
stop.
know when my last one was. I need to check it out.
I always get one every time I go in, because I never remember.
I know when mine was 2019.
Yeah, that, we have run across that in Peabody.
From the
A lot of the
other flood, yep,
rescuers
yep.
had it in 2019. But they usually say if you haven't had it within 5 years, then
Renew
go
it.
ahead
Renew.
and renew it. And especially if you know anybody who's on Medicare and they work the flood, please tell them to come get it, because Medicare does not pay for preventative tetanus, but this is one way they can get it free.
And just make an appointment with you?
Yeah, just call the health department and make an appointment. And
Okay.
if transportation's an issue, call us anyway and we'll try to work something out.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's all.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Tina, we'd let you do some administrative business.
All righty. I have the minutes of June 30.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of June 30.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Have a motion by Jonas, second by Kent for the minutes of June 30th. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0.
There's your motion from, I think, yeah.
I move to approve and authorize signature by the chairman as confirmation of the title settlement agreement in full general release dated June 15th, 2021 between the releasing party, Rodney Hogg, and the released parties, the Board of County Commissioners of Marion County, Kansas.
That's a motion. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Dave. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? In favor, 4-0.
Thank you. I needed it to be a little clearer. I didn't.
And then there's a signature page here
Oh,
for the
there-
chairman,
yep.
yeah. This is for the settlement agreement. Just at the top there.
Okay.
Okay. This morning, I received the approved agreement between the county and the city of Hillsborough for the land transfer for the Hillsborough EMS station. And so this one will just take they did change, there's
18 months, 36.
yeah, it has a 36-month construction requirement in here. And so we just need a motion and a vote and authorization for the chairman to sign.
I make a motion for the chairman to sign the contract between the county and Hillsborough
Second.
for the EMS lot.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Garing and second by Commissioner Becker.
Can I ask for clarification on the
Okay,
motion?
yes.
Is that to approve the agreement and authorize the chairman to sign?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, with that, before we go ahead and do that, is there any other clarifications besides the time frame that anybody wanted on there?
One other thing, but I thought it got adjusted too. I'm trying to remember. It was.
Brad reviewed this when he was here, and he said it's fine.
Okey-dokies.
I think that there was just a question on the easement.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that was the question.
I think that was addressed and to Brad's satisfaction.
Okay. All righty, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 4-0.
Okay, and there are two originals.
Two originals?
Signed,
Okay.
yes.
You got that $1 check that week?
No.
The HEH transfer.
That'll cost you $15.
I
to
know.
do that.
Maybe we can get reimbursed.
Take it out of the pop machine.
That's the employee fund money.
Oh, yeah,
If you had $1, I'd just run it right on over to the office over
That's
there.
okay, we'll
Take
get
care
it,
of
we'll get it taken
The
care of.
commission can each pitch in a quarter.
Yeah. Dave Mueller got up 25 cents a day.
Yeah. That frosty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
It'd have been 20 cents if he'd been here. We'd save a whole
Yeah.
nickel.
No, we can charge him interest on his quarter, pay us back.
You still have the 14.
yes, I have some more
Okay.
things.
She added a few things this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it.
I have a salary change.
This from the Sheriff's Department, salary change for Nicholas Kleiber from 1536.
It's a new,
New hire is what it is.
Yeah,
Just
a new reserve
1536.
officer.
He's a new reserve officer.
No clicking today.
Yeah, I don't want to give you this one because you get it going.
This one, at least I gotta click it twice because the light comes on.
okay. I have a letter here. So there is a strong urging for all governmental agencies to have their website say .gov at the end. And it used to cost to change and to purchase that, but now there's a time frame right now where it doesn't cost anything. And so I had asked Lloyd to initiate the process to get marioncoks.net changed to marioncoks.gov. And so there's an application letter that we have to send in, and so that's what has been prepared here. And it needs the chairman's signature on it. So this is just to apply to change the domain to marioncoks.gov.
That makes more sense.
So why does the government want you to do that?
Because then it's, when you get communication from someone with a .gov. Those are heavily monitored, and they don't just release them and let anybody purchase those, and so, it's just a cybersecurity measure.
Oh, we gotta keep the .net one.
I don't really know on
I mean, I would
that.
suggest that we keep it for a couple of years, so.
Yeah, I don't
somebody
see that
that-
we're gonna release it, but our official website will switch to .gov.
Well, it'd just be a redirecting site. Basically, if you go to it, it'll
But if
redirect
you don't pay
you.
$5
Yeah.
to Google, GoDaddy, you know.
We'll, I'm sure that we'll keep
Okay.
that domain as well. So
Okay.
that someone
Someone
else
will
can't go
have to
get
get it,
it,
yeah.
right.
I'd make that motion to authorize the chairman to sign letter here of intent to government domain registration.
Second.
Second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay, thank you.
Both of them.
Yeah. I have, we need to have an appointment made for a Catlin Township Treasurer position. This is currently, Diane Glazier has been serving in that role, and she is stepping away. She's no longer able to do that. And so, they have reached out to Melvin Fleming, and he has agreed to serve. So the board, we need an official action by the county commission to appoint him as Catlin Township Treasurer.
Do we need to accept her quitting or anything?
In the past, I don't know that you've ever
Okay.
actually accepted those resignations,
Okay.
but that's fine if you would like to do that I'm happy with you doing that.
Mel on planning and zoning.
Yeah, Melvin is.
Is there any conflict with that? Just
I-
making sure.
We have other township officers that are serving on planning and zoning,
Yeah.
and perhaps.
Well, I'd first make the motion to accept Diane Glazer's resignation as township
Treasurer.
treasurer. That's my motion.
Second.
Second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0. And then I'd make the motion to accept Mel Fleming as a new township, Catlin Township treasurer.
Second.
Second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
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 I tried to give it to you.
Okay, thank you. I do need a short executive session for personnel performance,
Okay.
probably 10 minutes.
For personnel performance, huh?
Yes.
Okay, non-elected personnel. right?
Correct.
I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss personnel performance pursuant to KSA 75-4319B for personnel matters of non-elected personnel with the board and Tina for a matter of 10 minutes. You got here a second?
Second.
Kent got it?
You got it.
Yep.
I'm so used to saying it, you just.
And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 4-0.
Okay, so back at 2:28?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to set the timer. Where we go?
Yep.
Okay. Out of executive session, no decisions. We will move on to C to. I covered it up. Also on there is Commissioner Mueller has turned in some requests for the city of Tampa. Ramona, and he couldn't be here today. Has anybody read it at 100%?
Yeah. Got a few half-mile pieces to fill in, basically, to make alternative routes.
put the figures on the bottom, did Bryce?
Bryce did that, yeah. And I got that, this morning.
So we're basically looking at a rebuild on the stretch of road, not just rocking it.
No, it looks like just rocking it.
Well, it's got grading 3 days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Water truck, so I'm thinking that's a rebuild.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I guess though, if we're gonna do it, and we want it to last a long time.
Well, yeah, I
that's
mean, it
probably
would
the
make
best.
sense to
Yes.
rebuild that
Yeah.
section.
What, are you rebuilding the whole section? You're rebuilding just the half miles?
But that I don't know.
We're rebuilding 2.5 miles.
Is it?
Let's see.
Well, I'm not sure.
It looks like they're just asking for, upgrade and gravel 1/2 mile of 350th west from Quail Creek. Under
I
that.
think that's a
350th?
That's what this
340.
says under request. That's what's written here.
Says 1/2 mile, upgrade and gravel 1/2 mile, 50th west from Quail Creek.
And then the cost, which, because that's not on the meeting, public meeting here, because we didn't have that till this morning. It looks like the total cost is $51,040. Is that the way we're
31.
reading this?
31.
No, because that's just the
Oh.
grading and the rock is
Oh,
above that,
that's on
correct?
top of that.
Well, there's two different options of rock though, ain't it?
I think you would need, I think it's,
1150 plus haul,
500 tons would,
that's a mile.
so maybe we need clarification on these numbers, but it looks like it's both, that you would need the,
He's building a base with your,
with the base rock,
with the base rock.
I think
You have 31,
crushed concrete's up there too, ain't it?
31,000 the
Yeah,
total
place to use
cost.
it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't think we need, I mean,
Oh,
you need
okay,
base
so-
rock, but you
so
can cover it with that.
31,000 includes that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that.
The 210s and
11?
it's 1120
Yeah.
for the,
Okay, so $31,000,
$40.
For the
$40,
equipment.
okay.
So that's about what the cost of a rebuild on a 1/2 mile is. Any 1/2
18,
mile.
16, 20, yeah, okay. So it's about-
Sorry, the way that was read
11,
was.
okay. It'd be 31,000 total.
there's,
But
anyone
I
get
think-
the railroad to pay for that?
I think what we're asking right now is
Well,
to
usually
clarify
crushed concrete.
So
from
my
Bryce.
question is he talking, when he puts his figures together, is he talking about our guys doing it or just hiring it done?
No, I think that's our guys, the cost for our guys, I would say.
And would the railroad pay for it?
It's our guys plus machinery cost.
There's the next question, what, if we send this in as a proposal to the railroad in order to do to their trains to
To alleviate the,
help
No,
the county?
we need to have county councilor draft a letter
Yeah.
saying this is what the issue is and this is what the cost is to fix it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we need to do, Ken. Is very good questions and send it in, see what we get.
gotta add 10% engineering fee.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know you are, Dave, I'm just, I understand, I
It's not,
agree.
it's not on here.
Yeah, no,
No, it's a good deal for the railroad.
I don't know, I'm almost thinking what Dave's thinking, if you just agree to do it, pay for it, there's a lot more we can do. Otherwise, you start getting other things involved, then you start to have to go by somebody else's set of rules and.
yeah, the basic problem here is emergency equipment getting in and out of the city of Ramona.
Right.
That's what we're doing, trying to keep.
31,000 is dropping the bucket for the railroad.
Yeah, I
But
know.
if you go trying to get permission or whatever,
Just
then
in
they got
time.
an engineer and then we
Just in
gotta,
time.
then we gotta do $100,000 road.
Commissioner Mueller, we are on your
No.
Ramona
We're
Road
on
project
the
now
engineer.
that you have
Yeah.
outlined for
Bryce,
us.
charging for Bryce's time.
So I
No,
guess,
no,
right now, what we've we sort of got a couple of questions. There's been some rock figured, but we sort of wondered about the crushed concrete for a base. That's one question. The other question is putting all this feed cost together. I don't know if you have one in front of you, do you? Okay. At 31,000, whether that would be send it into the railroad and say, this is the reason why we're doing this?
That was the intent.
Okay. So that's where we're at right now in this discussion. So
Okay.
you're all caught up with us.
Okay.
Anybody else think of anything else or ask Dave? Why? This road that we're talking about is with the one that's needed to be done.
Just the one,
350th?
Correct.
just one happened,
Correct.
not two.
No, just the one.
Okay.
No, the intent was, and you saw from the summary, when the trains are blocking the tracks, which this morning I was up on the hill and it was blocked for an hour and a half. Not only there, but further down too. It's just a security issue for so many different aspects,
Yeah.
especially in wet weather.
You study that a little bit. We've got state law, salt law, and federal law, and it appears to me that the railroads are saying federal law supersedes anything that the state has on its books.
So we've got an alternate route that would save time in wet weather, and at least give the residents of the community an opportunity.
Yeah, he's over there. How does this affect Commissioner Mueller's residence?
That's not appropriate.
Oh, not appropriate, okay.
It looks like it's on the map, right?
It's on the map. It's
Yeah,
not close
but
enough.
where you're at is, this
Way over
this
there.
is north of Ramona, correct?
That is correct. No,
Show
that
us
is south.
South?
Here's
Yeah.
Ramona.
There's Ramona.
Yeah.
This is south. I'm gonna block the camera,
That's all.
because they don't need to see me anyway. It's this half mile.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
This is all turbine road,
Oh, okay.
so none of this would have been
Going
rock.
north over the tracks is
Up
turn?
until, the construction, because there's a turbine right here.
Okay,
So it's this half mile that's left, so before it would have been a full mile, and then this would not have been gravel, so it wouldn't have been an opportunity. So now you've got a concrete gravel road running from here to here to here.
what about going right there, straight north on that? Is that it? That good road?
This is another opportunity, but sometimes both of these are blocked.
Yeah.
Okay,
This one is much less likely to be blocked,
okay,
but many times these are blocked.
yeah, okay.
And when this one's blocked, well then, you go all the way out and around. And the same way, this is another new route, where before it would have been over
Yeah,
here.
her over there. Well, I know there's a lot of,
So we now have an opportunity, if this one's open, you can zip right around in an hour. And if weather's bad, at least it's still doable rather than
okay,
all the way around. This is also a mistake. The consultant they hired for free was just, you get what you pay for. So this is actually gravel here. This is the stretch that's not gravel.
okay.
Swap those, but there's a gap, is the point. And we're not talking about that, we're talking about
That
this.
one right there.
And so we had Bryce figure up some numbers, that way, if we're gonna, and Ramona Community certainly feels that the railroad's responsible for doing that, we should at least attempt
Yeah.
to get
Try to.
reimbursement.
Yeah, I think we need to have
Yeah.
Brad draft a letter
Yeah.
with all that information.
And that's what the community's asking for.
Sure.
Okay,
They're not asking for the county to necessarily have to pay for that, but if the railroad should do that. And I know of 2 other instances where people did get reimbursed from the railroad for right-of-way issues.
yep.
So it's not an unreasonable request to the railroad at all.
I think everybody's in agreement, just,
When they got a reimbursement from the railroad,
Yes.
did they have to jump through any hoops, any special
Attorney.
specs or anything like that they had to go by?
It was just using the attorney and persistence.
'Cause that's the one thing I don't want to get into, is all of a sudden we turn this $30,000 stretch into a $100,000 stretch.
None of them involved roads, they were right-of-way clearing and fencing. So there were no special specs on the fencing.
You just had that on.
that one little draw down through there, is there a bridge right there where that little draw is?
Culvert.
Culvert there, is that what
Culvert,
it is?
Bryce didn't say anything about replacing the culvert.
Okay.
It would need to be done too.
Might be if they're gonna rebuild it.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is, like you pointed out, well, there's fiber optic, there's a high-pressure gas line, there's a bunch of stuff goes through
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But, you're just clearing road ditches.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not building a new road.
But I think to pull it up, pull shoulders.
Yes, absolutely. Before you put gravel on, you need to have a, you know, appropriate drainage. So,
Good deal.
this would really be a huge help to citizens of Ramona and the community, because you got feedlots. With this thing being blocked a couple hours every day, you know, it's just. And again, this morning I saw it for an hour and a half.
Where was you at that time?
I was
At the other end of the passing track? Oh.
I was right here baling hay,
Oh.
top of this hill, so I could see it.
Oh.
I watched them from 9:30 to 11. They were blocked.
I think we need to move forward.
Okay.
And I guess then that would be my next question to the commission, is if you'd be willing to proceed before you have the reimbursement locked up.
Well,
That's the question.
I think we're gonna have to, because they're not gonna be prompt. I mean, we may might luck out.
He said the key word is reimbursement.
Yeah,
Likely you
I mean,
would pay
so
for it.
we gotta move forward.
So with that being said, then, just some clarification, whether you want to figure the rock base or whether you ask Bryce whether he wants to use the cement base that's up there in the, already up there on the highway and use that for a base? Or did he say anything about that, Dave?
No, he hasn't got that for any of that.
No, he got it figured in, but I just wondered if,
Well, I would guess that you would use the same number for cost figure.
oh, okay.
Right.
Probably.
Pretty close.
We'll use a high number.
I mean,
Well, you gotta pay your
It's
crush,
sure.
crush bill. and then
Crush
you gotta-
bill on it, yeah.
so,
We're gonna have a loader and a truck to haul it, so.
right, yeah.
Okay. I would accept a motion from anybody to.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and proceed on 1/2 mile rebuild of 350th West.
West
of
of
Quail Creek.
Yes.
Okay.
With our county counselor to draft correspondence to UP expressing our concern along with the costs, asking for reimbursement.
Okay, I have a motion by Kent to do that on 350th, to rebuild that 1/2 mile. Do I hear a second? Second. Second by Jonah. All those in favor of this, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And Commissioner Mueller has joined us here at 2:40, and he's part of the commission now, so I will accept his vote.
I'll abstain since I'm in the neighborhood. My vote will go with the majority.
Okay, okay. You abstain though, Dave?
Do what?
You would abstain, is that what you want?
Yeah.
What do you recommend? I'll go with the wish of the commission.
You don't really need to abstain on these, but.
I don't have a personal.
I
You
don't
don't
see.
have land right there, do you?
Well, it doesn't even matter. It's,
I don't see what.
If you don't have a personal interest in it, then you don't have to.
Okay, then I'll
If
vote in
it's-
favor.
He's
Yeah.
fine.
As long as we-
I would
not
say
gonna-
inflate your own pocketbook.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
We've
we're,
already got your good road to your house, looks like.
be 5-0. Okay,
Thank you.
yes, no problem.
Citizens of Ramona, thank you.
When we get it done, thanks.
And there you go.
Thank you.
And that's also understood that with the major damage, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
There's priorities.
At least he can get it on the agenda, maybe get it done for winter.
Yes, thank you.
Next on my list is, Tina, you done radio?
The only thing, you guys had talked about pursuing a special meeting Friday afternoon with Bryce, so I'll see if I can
Okay.
get that arranged to
Okay.
discuss road projects and
Bryce
then
and,
this change order.
And the engineer for,
Not engineer, contractor.
He's just the contractor.
Contractor for, you know, let you catch up on that, Dave, so you know what we're talking about there. Change order before we get started is what that's about. So, with that being said, we'll go into public comments.
Does that look like there's any public
Okay,
online.
no public in the building. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Just talk
Got commission comments.
Oh, yeah, commission comments, yes. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody have any?
I don't have any.
Oh, well, somebody might.
Anybody that didn't make it to the 4th at Peabody, you missed out. See you next year.
Yeah.
The county lake festivities look to be pretty successful. also.
Good.
A lot of good comments on the fireworks lasting a lot longer than they thought they would.
Good, good.
It's a beautiful weekend at the lake. It's perfect for camping, and Isaac said it was full. Didn't have just the usual problems, you know.
Did Showalter shoot those at the lake too? I just,
What's that?
Showalter fireworks?
No, it was
Somebody
a
else.
different
Okay.
company. Was it Rainbow?
Well, that rainbow, that's them. Rainbow fireworks, yeah.
Okay.
They shot
I think
Peabody's
that's the
too.
one he mentioned.
Yeah. They started off a little, their booms up top was maybe a little small to start with, but they got a little bigger at the end and they kept it going. So it turned out down Peabody, turned out to be a good deal. Okay, now, no other comments from any other commissioner? Now make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Jonah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Bravo.